I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say at first because that might have been sound shady. But man, it's been an eventful period of life, man. How's your life going?
Great, man. Nothing to complain about. It's been easy breezy last couple of months. Just
Yeah.
not the same for you. You've had a challenging couple of weeks.
No, man.
Oh,
But
okay.
the world has been kind of challenged, as it always is. As we get as the information age grows upon us. We're bombarded with oodles and cadoodles of information, more than we normally have had, and so we're privy to more actions of positivity and negativity. That in past years we would never have known about, like Syrian insurgencies in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Um, U.S. I mean, meddling in there, and we wouldn't know about that to the level we know about now. Because like, shit, information is like seconds away always.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. But sometimes you don't know what information is true, it's fake. They put it out there to incite people to be scared. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's the ultimate. I don't know, man.
We don't know what's propaganda, what's not, what's
Yeah,
bullshit, what's cap. Man, you don't know. You listen to one perspective, and the world is going up in flames. You listen to another perspective, everything is gonna just be smooth, and then you got to find out the truth somewhere in the middle between the two.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Perspective is a mug, bro. Um, this weekend there was a big fight, man. And after the fight, there was a little bit of I guess, bragging done by the style bender. Stood over him and gave him the three shots.
That's his thing, though.
Yeah, but I mean, he was extra kind of like that's. And I don't think has he ever stood over somebody like that.
It should be.
Normally
It
does
should be extra, bro. He lost to homie what twice? He got
once,
knocked out
once.
once. No, he got knocked out once when they were kickboxing in a whole nother in a whole nother
Yeah,
yeah. He got knocked out like this third time he fought homie. I think he lost both times. The
yeah.
first time he got knocked out, and then the second time I think he lost. I don't know if it was submission or just he lost.
It was like,
But that's
yeah.
why he did the whole feigning thing and pointed at homie kid because homie kid got in the ring and fainted in front of him first time he lost. So
Yeah.
style bend a little petty, but it's on brand
How
for what
far?
he does.
How far is too far?
It's never too far. Did you not listen to Pusha T?
I mean, what's call it said? What's call it? When old boy said, "Oh, what did he say? Oh, your wife tastes like honey nut Cheerios or whatever."
You got to match the disrespect. So, for me, I'm gonna match your disrespect. That's how far I'm gonna take it. If you take it too far, or if you take it to a certain length of too farness, pause the length. Then I'm gonna match your disrespect. So, yeah, that ain't never too far.
So it's never too far. So I can say whatever. So I ain't saying about your wife, man. I was talking about your game and how you was sucky in your game. You can't talk about my wife, man.
I mean, it all depends
Not,
on what side of the what side of it you stand on. If you're the antagonizer or the antagonizee.
it matters.
It depends on what side you're on. You might be on the side where you are the antagonizer. My goal is to talk as much shit to you on whatever field that we are performing on to get you off your game. So
Yeah.
in that aspect,
Okay.
it ain't never too far. I might not be the initiator of the shit talking.
But I'm saying,
But one
yeah,
thing
but I'm saying
happens,
like,
I'm gonna match your energy. So once you take it there, well, shit, it ain't never too far because I'm gonna match your energy as well.
What you mean? Like, so I'm talking about you. I'm like, man, duh, man, you left-handed. Left-handed people ain't never won nothing. You left-handed. Oh, man, I'm saying left hand. And you turn around and say, nigga, I'll fuck your wife. Like, you take it too far?
Well, I mean, if I said it, then I feel like I ain't taking it too far. I feel like I'm matching your aggression with aggression. So, if you open the door, then you got to be willing to deal with what's coming through it.
So I talk about you as a sports player,
yeah,
and talk about the correlation to your sports game and the actual factual, the things that we can't debate. You're left-handed, and there has been there's been a minimal amount of left-handed champions. This is hypothetical, and then that gives you the right to say that you'll fuck my wife.
Yeah, man. Hey, if you're not ready to deal with any of the consequences, no matter how they come back at you, then don't open your mouth and try to trash talk me. Don't say shit. Shut the fuck up and hoop. Don't say nothing.
So you're saying that's I'm just exploring this conversation because this is amazing to me, because it leads into something else I'm going to ask you as well.
It shouldn't be that amazing and shocking, but yeah.
But it's amazing because feelings, man.
But who are you to? And I'm not, when I say you, I'm not meaning you. I'm saying in general.
Person, yeah.
Who are you to? And that's the thing. And that's what's wrong with half of society today. Who are you to tell me how I should or shouldn't react to what you say to me? So if off the rip,
I'm a human being.
No, fuck that. Because I can't be a human being. Let me finish. Let me finish. You can be a human being. But what I'm saying is, who are you to tell me how I should respond? If if I ain't fucking with you and you chose to open up that door of disrespect, let me finish. Let me finish. If you choose to open up that door of disrespect, no matter how you feel like how you disrespected me, you can't tell me how to react to that. So I'm gonna react how I feel I need to react.
So is there a common? There's no common baseline. There's no rule. There's no rules to this.
You can't tell me how to react.
I'm asking you a question. Is there rules to this?
No. If I'm saying you can't tell me how to react, you can't put rules on how I should react to your version of disrespect to me.
I didn't ask you about how your reaction. I said, are there any rules to this?
So by me saying you can't tell me how to react, that's me saying no, there's no rules. If I'm telling you that you can't govern how I react to your disrespect.
But so okay. I'm not questioning what you're saying. I'm just so I can hear your perspective and then tell you the way I feel. Not had nothing to do with the way you feel. So there's no rules to it.
So that's what you say. Number 5.
That's your opinion.
Number 5. There's no rules to it because you can't tell me how I should react to your disrespect.
Well, okay, that's cool. And so what
once you respect me, once you disrespect me, all that's out the window. You can't tell me how to react.
What I'm saying is, even in war, when we're fighting each other, there are rules of engagement, right? And when you break those rules of engagement, even though you might feel like, well, I had to, or this is the only way I could win, these are the rules that we agreed upon in engagement. There has to be some baseline or some like I can't and I understand that's just for me, but you are 100% okay with saying that somebody talks to you a certain type of way, that gives you leeway to bust them in the face.
We didn't bring so let me rephrase that. We weren't bringing a physicality involved into it. So I didn't say
there no rules.
No, listen to what I'm saying. See, you didn't ask me that. When the conversation that you were asking me was purely word based. I didn't tell you that I was going to slap you or shoot you or anything like that. I simply said, well, if you trash talking me on the court or the arena of competition, which is what we were talking about, and you say this to me, it ain't no too far of what I say back to you. So I assumed that we were speaking on the realm of just banter, trash talk back and forth. We didn't bring a physicality into it.
Okay, so you feeling if I go to physicality, then I've gone too far?
Oh, I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
See, that's what I'm trying to say.
But no, you have to be clear. No,
there ain't no rules.
No, that's not what I said. You have to be clear on what we're discussing. Are we discussing trash talk? Time out. Are we discussing trash talk?
Yeah.
Or are we just discussing overall reactions to whatever happens?
We're discussing trash talk.
So hold on. In my mind, in trash talk within competitive sports or competitive arena, we're not talking about fisticuffs because you trash talk me. I'm talking about trash talk for trash talk.
But I'm saying, so you're saying, so as far as the verbal, anything, there's no rules for verbal.
Ain't no too far. If you want to have rules, if it's rap beef, if it's trash talk on a court or the football field or the boardroom, don't shut the fuck up. Don't say shit to me. Don't open your mouth. Don't open your mouth and trash talk me if you want to govern how I trash talk back to you.
I think what you're saying, I feel like what you're saying, I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But when I think about the actualities or if I put that into real life situations, I think that there are definitely trash talking rules, 100%.
For you.
Like if I'm at work, no. I'm saying if I'm at work and somebody says, "Oh yeah, Bill's always slow on production," right? Trash talking, whether jovial or serious, just trash talking because we're competitive, right? And I turn around and say, "That's why Martin, an accountant, fucks your wife." Like that would be out of line, bro.
Hey, but what if Martin, an accountant, fucked your wife? And so it could be 100%. It could be 100% out of line for you to tell me that I'm slow in accounting. So if you're not prepared for whatever comes back at you, then shut the fuck up and don't even say it. Don't even say nothing.
What I'm saying is, and the reason why I feel like what you're saying, the general populace would agree that there's a line, is because they have shows on every single day. And when somebody reacts outside of that line of normality, it's 90 people in the crowd and people on their couches that do the same thing.
But see, that's my whole thing, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my whole thing. Fuck that whole woke culture, shock culture bullshit. Like, and that's the whole people do that a lot. People want to shoot slugs or people want to poke the bear and get mad when the slug gets thrown back at them or the bear blows up. Like, if you're not prepared to deal with what happens when poking the bear, don't poke the bear. It's simple as that. Like the golden, I don't understand why the golden rule, as elementary as it is so hard for people to understand. Treat others how you want to be treated. So with that being said, if I'm hooping and I want to be like, say, man, I'm finna cross you over and gorilla dunk, put my dick in your face. You know what I'm talking about? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a trash talker like that. Because I don't trash talk. But if that was some trash, you know what, man, I'm finna cross you over so bad your dead grandma gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? That's, if I say that, I can't get mad when you turn around and be like, that's why I ran a train on your wife last night with Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James. I can't get mad, bro. I can't get mad when you tell me. I can't get mad when you tell me my wife tastes like Frosty Flakes if I trash talk you. I can't do it.
Well, I'm saying now, if you saying that if I said something about something outside of the basketball court, that I'm talking basketball trash. I'm talking football. We playing football. I'm talking about football. We playing tennis. I'm talking about tennis. And then, so you say, if I say something about you about tennis, I can't even talk. No, hell no. Now I gotta go to the other side of the boogie. Hell no. How the hell you gonna tell me what I can say, man?
How the fuck you gonna tell me what I can say? And see, that's what I'm saying. How are you gonna say, time out? How can you say I'm gonna take it to the other side of boogie, and how you gonna tell me what the fuck I can't say when you are trying to police what I'm trying to say in the first place? You're trying to police my reaction to your disrespect. No.
I'm not trying to police it per se. I'm just saying, bro. I'm saying that if we're in an arena, and I'm saying, you put this in real life applications, if you're in certain arenas, it's going to be banter back and forth, right? If you're in third grade and second grade and y'all having field day, it's gonna be some banter back and forth.
Give me some third grade
just in fun.
Give me some third grade field day banter. Give me one.
Everybody knows third grade is the fastest talking to the second graders and the fourth graders.
Shit, I'm faster than your mama.
Nah, I ain't talking about like that. I'm talking about you not fast because your mama died last week. Some shit like this, some hurtful, true shit. Not just this random. I'm talking about like your wife tastes like cherry, honey nut Cheerio. That wasn't. He didn't say that on no random stuff. He said that knowing that I have a direct connection when you know me and your wife. That's why you take. If it was random, I won't take it personal, bro.
I can't get mad at you. I can't get mad at you
like that.
I can't get mad at you. A, if you pop my wife before I married her, and B, if she really tastes like Fruit Loops or Cheerios or whatever he says she tastes like. It ain't my fault that man. It ain't my fault that Kevin Garnett said that to that man, and while he was running back down court, he was like, "Damn, she do taste like that." You know what I'm saying? Then he did his job. That man wanted to fight Kevin Garnett. He wanted to go fight Kevin Garnett after the game. He like ran. He went. He didn't run, but he went to the locker room to confront Kevin Garnett after the game. That lets me know that after KG said that, that was on his mind for the rest of the game, the entirety of the game. So he couldn't perform at his peak level because he was.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Because he wasn't truly
focused. The game.
I don't know who won the game. What I'm telling you is,
yeah. So how you know you didn't go?
What I'm telling you is, he wasn't thinking about the game the entire time. So Kevin Garnett did his job.
That's your.
If that man was that mad where he wanted to go track him down after the game, then that means, because I've been upset before about something that's happened, so I know how it feels. If an hour later, I'm finna come find you. I ain't stopped thinking about whatever you did since it happened. So if that's the case, Kevin Garnett did his job. I hope they won the game. If they lost the game, like if he said it,
I'm saying,
and homie dropped 50 on him, then it didn't work as well as he thought it did. But if
that's what I'm saying.
But his trash talk worked,
and he still could be mad about it. He still could be.
His trash talk worked because he went to go look. He went to go look for that man after the game. But if the trash talk wouldn't have worked, then I wouldn't have cared, bro. I would have been like, yeah, whatever.
No. See, you're speaking of the trash as if the trash talk's job is to get you mad for real. The trash talk's job is just to throw you off for right now. After the game is over, I ain't thinking about nothing I said for real. Why would you? Because that's just like you said, you can't police what my reaction is, but I can say that, bro, when we walked into this arena right here, we agreed upon certain things.
I didn't agree to shit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we did.
No, I didn't. I never agreed to shit.
Bruh, so
I don't have to agree right now, bro. I'm not lying.
You are. Yes, you are. Because,
how the fuck you gonna tell me I'm lying?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the rules say when we playing football or playing basketball, playing whatever, that you can't do certain things. And when you walk on that football field, you agree that you ain't gonna do certain things. I'm not gonna chop block if that's the rule at the time. I'm not gonna poke nobody's eye out. I'm not gonna foul. If I foul somebody, they get the ball. I've agreed upon this. I've agreed upon that when the ref called travel, that I respect his whistle. I might argue with him and say, but I still respect the whistle.
Tell me where. Tell me where.
So what you're saying? You ain't
time out. Yeah. Tell me where in adulthood have I agreed to not trash talk my opponent?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying that once you walk onto the court, right? And I'm saying everybody. There are things that you agree upon because we're like, hey, this is we play a basketball game.
I ain't talking about the rules. I'm talking about
follow these certain rules.
I'm not talking about the rules of the game. I'm asking you, when in adulthood have we agreed to certain rules of trash talking in competitive sports? Because I've never agreed to certain rules of trash talking in competitive sports.
So you're saying that? So every time you, well, okay, let me change it. Let me clarify it. I feel that most people have it's a moral baseline. Like, perfect. We were there together when somebody said something about somebody's mama. while trash talking in the game, and the person took it personal. Their parent had just died. Whether the guy knew it or not, it don't matter. But I'm saying, as we talking about trash talking, if I'm talking about basketball, whatever, or football, whatever it is, if it's pool, oh man, you can't shoot. Oh man, you can't shoot. I understand that I made the contract right there to accept what you give me, right? I accept that. But then when you give me something that is nothing to do with this sport, then hold up, what are we doing now? I agreed to take anything you give me back in the sport. Because I'm talking about the sport. I ain't talking about your mama. I'm talking about the sport. When you decided to go outside of the sport, that got nothing to do with the sport, like, so you broke the social contract we had. If I broke it first, then I could have to say whatever you say. If I talk about your people or something outside of basketball, or outside of the sport we're playing, you have every right, or another person has every right to come in. But if I talk about basketball, like, oh, you ain't got no love, nigga, I'll fuck your wife. I'm like, hold up, man. Hold up, bro. Why did me, trash talking give you the right to disrespect my honor, man? I ain't disrespecting your honor, man.
I go back to my original statement, and maybe I have a different perspective because I am not the biggest trash talker, because I don't have time for it, because I know if I said trash talk you, and then you come back and you say something to me that I really don't like, I'm liable to say fuck you and swing on you or slap you. So for that reason, I don't instigate trash talking. It's not my thing. It never was my thing to sit there and trash talk someone. So with that being said, I understand what you're saying, and you're saying if I am trash talking you about the game, it should be a gentleman's agreement that you shouldn't shoot me with some personal stuff. But with that, but to that, I will say, I understand the logic that you're using. Yeah. But I go back to my original statement. I can't police or govern someone's reaction to my trash talk, regardless if I feel like they went too far, to that person. It was in the realm of I ain't going too far. To them, you know what? I should have slapped the shit out of you, but instead I said I fucked your wife. Now deal with that. So I don't think, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think that there is a too far when you are talking about disrespect, and disrespect is going to be disrespect to you is different from disrespect
I was just gonna go there. That's the crazy
and that's
part.
But that's not crazy because something that's not disrespectful to you can be 100% disrespectful to me, and
that's the crazy part.
No person is right or wrong. You're not wrong because you wouldn't be wrong if you thought that I shouldn't have took it as personal as I did. You can't say I'm wrong because I did take it as personal as I did, because we don't know. Just like the guy who says jokingly, "Oh man, I dribble better than your mama," but you're not aware that person's parent has just passed, or that person's loved one just passed, or you don't know that man is having a situation already at home. So by you saying that's why your wife tastes like Frosty Flakes, it could have struck a nerve. You don't know that. So that's why you have to, it's murky. Like you don't know. It's you don't know what's going to happen.
But that's
or what's going to come back to you.
Yeah, but I will say that rolling to the next topic. Feelings, bro. Feelings are crazy, man. Feelings are crazy, and you just talked about feelings just now.
I think feelings are beautiful things. Feelings are what make us who we are uniquely. Bro, good or bad.
Okay. Feelings are like, they're amazing. Just in the concept of a feeling is amazing, whether it's good or bad. Because I'm saying that it's one of the only things in life that ain't real, but it's 100% real at the same time. Because a feeling isn't real, man. You can't put a feeling in a bottle. You can't quantify the size of a feeling. But that feeling could be the precursor, or could be the reason for any single action under the sun, and that person technically is 100% justified in doing what they did, while at the same time they're 100% not justified because it's based on a feeling. and the feeling is to each individual person. Literally, is a different feeling. Every single person has a different feeling. Whether we feel the same thing about something, we still feel differently about it. So 100%, every move that you make based on a feeling is 100% right. But at the same time, it's also 100% wrong. Because another person,
I don't agree with that part. But
watch it. You know why? Because another person can say, I don't feel that way. And if their feeling is right and your feeling is right, well then, yeah, both of y'all are right, but the other one was wrong too.
Nobody was wrong.
So
because you're not wrong. So
two things can't be right at the same time.
You're talking about feelings and emotions. So for me, feelings and emotions are what build who you are. It's a part of your character. It's a part of your mental makeup, your emotional intelligence. So with that being said, look, we can be talking about the color yellow, and I can be in love with the color yellow. I can love everything about the color yellow. Just seeing the color yellow can brighten my day. Can help me get through tough times. And for you, the color yellow can be the worst color you've ever seen in your life. It's like doom. When you see yellow, it's like cursing you out.
Yeah.
Well, nobody is right or wrong for their take, because, it's truly how you feel and how that situation triggers whatever emotion it triggers. So you can't be right or wrong for that. You can be right. You can be right. You can be right or wrong for actions that you take, but just because I feel one way about this thing, and you feel an opposite way about it, that's not going to make anybody right or wrong. It's just going to just how you act.
Yeah, but when you act, I'm saying the feeling. The reason why the feeling ends up being right or wrong is not the actual feeling when you feel it to yourself, but when you act upon that feeling, whatever feeling, whether it's happiness, sadness, murkiness, whatever you feel it is, once you make an action upon that feeling, right, based on that feeling, not based on any concrete or any, and that's what we're human beings, bro. We're emotional creatures, so we make moves solely based on how we feel. Solely based on how we feel, to the point where our physical characteristics, our brain, our eyes, our ears, our smell will dictate a feeling, and we'll be attached to that feeling through that smell. Every time I smell this, I know that I'm in a safe place. Every time I smell this, I know it's clean. Every time I see that, I know you feel certain. Even though you think you see could be the worst thing in the world, bro, the feeling that you have is true, but at the same time, nigga, you wrong, because that smell is carbon monoxide. Just because you associated as bro. This I've been dramatic, but the smell,
that's the dumbest shit I heard. Don't say that again. You got to use another example.
No, but the smell could be something that's killing you. Though the smell could be something that killing you. It could be a smell that a chemical smell, or it could be. You can say, look, I can say every time I smell warm cooking bread, I know the bread is good. And the bread could have all kind of poison in it. And you acted because of that feeling you acted on. You smelt it. You ain't
because of the feeling of I smell bread and it's good and I eat it. I'm wrong because it has chemicals in it because it can kill me. No, that's stupid. That's dumb.
What you mean? Hold on.
That makes no sense. Now it makes 100% sense. If you want to use a legit example, well, we can say this. We can say when I see a beautiful young lady, it gives me a feeling of joy and I'm attracted to her and I want to have sex, and I meet this young lady and we have sex. So every time I hear whatever song that puts us in the mood, I have sex. It's nothing wrong in this spectrum of that example. We're both consenting adults. What makes something wrong is the action of it. I can have the feeling of love and attraction and all of that, but if I go out and rape someone, that action of raping someone is what's wrong. The actual feeling of the love and the affection and the attracting and being attracted to a female or whatever you're attracted to is not wrong. Now, if you choose from that point to make an action that is wrong, then the action is wrong. Me raping someone, the act of raping someone is wrong. But if you're telling me,
ain't gotta be that extreme though.
No, but let me finish. If you're telling me that the smell of warm baked bread triggers something in me of great joy, that, man, I want to eat the bread, and I eat the bread even though the bread is Subway chemical bread, it's still, there's nothing wrong. That's not wrong.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. You just told me that eating chemical bread was not wrong. But even going further, what I'm saying is
I
the
mean, honestly,
feeling.
no. I
Hold
mean,
up,
no. It's not wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. It might be unhealthy.
you're killing yourself.
It might. Come on now. Now you tripping because if that's
what I'm
the
saying.
case,
No, you
we can go down a long line of shit that we do that kills us.
No.
But that's
Hold
not
on.
the feeling.
That's what I'm saying.
Feeling,
No, that's what I'm saying.
No,
that's what I'm
because that
saying.
doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If I go to a bakery, and it's my first time going to the bakery, and I say, that smell of warm, fresh baked bread reminds me of a place I went before that had great bread, right? So normally before I eat the bread, I would do certain things. I would make sure it was cooked correctly or whatever, or even just whatever. But the feeling I had will dull my other senses to not be on point, to be like, hold up, man, I don't know. There's a big green sign. Like, this is scientifically proven. Even your eyes will see shadows and things differently because your brain is trying to be familiar with feelings as opposed to what really in front of you. Like magicians do it all the time with misdirection. When they're talking to you and giving you a feeling to the point where you feel a certain way, where your other senses dull, and because you're acting on the feeling. And so, yeah, you acted on the feeling, but in actuality, your action on the feeling was a wrong action. Not wrong as if it hurt the world, but it was wrong because it was the wrong thing to do for you as an individual. You put yourself in a bad position because you were acting off the feeling. If somebody called me my name right now and I get mad and swing on them, that was wrong. I was acting on the feeling. Not common sense. The common baseline of morality would be like, if he talks to me, I shouldn't hit him or her or whatever. I should find out why they're talking to me like that, and or remove myself from the situation. But my feeling will drive me to make an action which is wrong. You might say it's okay, or you might feel like it's justified, but in the long run, in the baseline of morality, no, that ain't justified or right. That don't make sense.
But you have to understand. I understand what you're saying, but you also have to take in consideration that when you start talking about this moral police and shit, you're talking about your morality. You're talking about your moral compass. I'm
talking about the moral of society.
Again, your moral compass is not your moral compass is not the measuring stick for society's moral compass. And society, and everybody does not have the same moral compass. So therefore, something that you feel is morally right or wrong might not be the same moral compass for somebody over here or somebody over there. Like, we all have a different set of morality.
But that doesn't mean
like you like to say. It means everything. Like you like to say.
No, we have
like
a
you like to say. No, we don't. Like you like to say.
How we don't have baseline?
Listen,
we have laws,
like you
bro.
like to
How
say.
we have baseline?
Morality is on a spectrum. So just because it's a law doesn't mean it's morally right. And just because it's not on, and let me finish. Just because it's legal or the legality of it doesn't make it morally right or morally wrong. We have many examples of that.
And but I'm saying is we have a moral standard without laws that we follow just in general. Just like we don't walk around punching each other in the face.
Give me one.
You don't spit on people.
That's your moral compass.
I'm just saying, how often a day does somebody get spit on?
Well, I'm not around
purposely.
I'm not around a bunch of people to be spitting on people purposely.
How many times at work have you seen somebody? Exactly. When you were working or wherever you're working in your life, how many times did somebody get spit in the face on purpose?
See, spitting in the face is different because there are other repercussions that can come from that. So you're not going to have people walking around spitting on people a lot because, again, you spitting on someone can cause a reaction that you can get slapped in the face. So a lot of people avoid physical altercations.
Okay, how many times at work where you worked at did people say you dumb fuck to each other in an aggressive way? How many was that a commonplace? Like,
they do it very passive aggressively or passively.
I didn't say. I said. We're not.
I heard what you said, and I answered. Yeah. I heard what you said clearly. You said aggressively, and I said no. They don't do it aggressively, and I told you how they do it.
But why not?
Because a lot of people are afraid of the repercussions to what will happen. A lot of people don't do things not because they feel like it's morally wrong, but because they feel like they don't want to deal with the actual repercussions of doing it.
Or which is more likely, or they understand what the moral baseline is.
I think if people's moral compass was that high, you wouldn't get so many backhanded comments and backstabbing and BS that happens in the workplace that you do on a daily basis.
What you mean? So you think that my moral compass has to be high for me to be like I gotta be friendly or nice at the workplace. I can be competitive to an edge, almost to a fault at work, and not be a morally corrupt person. I'm saying the way you explain it, the way you explain it, saying that you feel like people are scared of having to deal with the repercussions of what they say.
I think a lot of people don't like to deal with conflict. So for that
why
reason,
not the conflict?
A lot of people don't like to deal with conflict. So for that reason, they're not going to do anything that will create clear and apparent conflict. That's why you have a lot of backhanded comments, backstabbing when people walk away, sabotage and things like that, because they don't want to deal with it up front. That happens every day professionally in a lot of different arenas that you would play in.
The things that you say happen, but I don't think that they happen because of a person's fear of confrontation or conflict. I feel like there's motives behind, like, why am I sabotaging you? Because I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make money, and I feel like sabotaging you is going to help me make more money. I'm not just sabotaging you for the fun of it.
Some people do.
It's going to help.
Some people sabotage you for the fun of it. Some people sabotage you because they just don't like diversity. So they feel like they don't want you around.
So they have a motive. It's not because they.
I didn't say that it wasn't motive driven. I never said that.
It's not. You said it's because they were fear of conflict.
I never said. No. Time out. See, again, I never said it wasn't motive driven. We weren't discussing the motives of why people do things. We simply were discussing what people do. Now, it's a different discussion if you want to add motives to it. Why are people doing these things? I simply said. No, I simply said that these people, they don't like. They're in fear of confrontation. Now, me saying they want to avoid confrontation has nothing to do with the motives of why they do it.
But I'm saying, okay, well, that's how you feel. Like I'm saying, once again, that's how you feel that people are in fear of confrontation.
Yeah.
When I'm saying I don't feel like people are that scared of confrontation, because if that was the case, that I don't know. I don't feel that. That's just
there are some people who aren't afraid of confrontation, but in my experience, I have dealt with a lot of people who don't like confrontation, so they will wait for a person not to be around to do whatever sabotage, backstabbing, talking about them that they want to do. We all know how the water cooler talk is. When that person is not around, they're talking about that person's productivity, what they do at work, what they don't do at work, the position they shouldn't have, how they got said position. And 90% of this stuff they won't say to that person's face for whatever the reason it is. If they're trying to avoid confrontation, if they're afraid that they'll say this to that person's face, that person's find out, that person goes to HR, facing whatever repercussion it is. That's why they do these things. Now the motive, if you want to talk about motive, hold on. Then we can talk about motives.
I think that's more of the reason that I have to deal with HR than the confrontation. People are more scared of the HR than confrontation. Like, because before there was an HR, before there was a time to go to when they could go to HR, they just say it. Okay. 60, 70, 50, 60, these same people, the same people who would do the same things, they daddies and their daddies and granddaddies, they just say it. They just say it. They wouldn't, and they knew the confrontation could come with that, but there wasn't no HR to go to.
I wasn't around in the 50s and 60s, so I couldn't comment on that aspect of it. But however, I do know just personally, I've been in situations where I know for a fact someone, and not talking to me, like I've just witnessed some things where, yeah, bro, they avoided confrontation at all costs. Because as soon as that person stepped 2 feet out the room, out of hearing distance, yeah, they had everything to say.
I mean, so your conclusion was it was because of the confrontation. Did they have a financial gain to making this? Did they have personal beef with that person?
Oh, I don't know about the personal beef situation, but a lot of times, bro,
he could have fucked his wife. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm
okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, they could have had I don't know. Like I said, it's okay to feel the way you feel, but just knowing that's not for you, but anybody. Like when you kind of avoided it a little bit, but came back to it in the same breath. Because you keep saying like some people, when you say those words or you say like that, I agree with you. Yeah. And that's what makes it so crazy that for whatever you say, there are some people who feel the opposite way. For whatever I say, the people feel the opposite way. And every single person on the planet has their own perspective. So saying that people do things for a certain reason, the only way you could really quantify it was to have like, okay, well, what's the history over here? What's the history over here? What's the history over here? Okay, we can say for a fact that these people over here tend to do this. We can say for a fact we see it over periods of time, whether it be 10 years, 20 years, 1,000 years, 5,000 years. So I don't know, man. It's unique. It's a unique thing, man. They feel this way. So they feel that the girl shouldn't do X, Y, Z. They feel this way. So they feel the men shouldn't do X, Y, Z. And so that becomes the moral baseline of that area. And people are like, oh, well, men don't do that. Women don't do this. Or men do that. Women do this. To the point where somebody says, man, hold up, man. Why men can't do that? Oh, because that was the way. Oh, no, man. Well, I want to do it. Why can't girls do this? Oh, Matt, I want to do it. Why can't I do that? Why I got to wear this hijab, man? It's not for me. It's for you. Male, I'd rather have my hair down. Why I got to wear this thing?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I think we went somewhere else. That's why I just said okay.
No, we're in the same spot. It's just the feelings,
bro.
No, I'm telling you that the feeling of something is the predecessor to the action, to where the action is the feeling.
Okay.
And the action and the feeling could be dead wrong. Like I said, the men feel like the women should wear the hijab. The women a woman got killed in Iran. They protested. The women stopped wearing their hijab. That's how they protested. They protesting the men by not wearing something the men want them to wear. The men's feeling dominates. The men's feelings dominates the moral, not confidence, but the baseline.
Why do the women wear hijabs in the culture? Why do they wear it?
In the culture, it's basically to cover their heads from God, or to cover. It's all the cultures have the same thing. It's believed to be covering it's saving yourself from marriage. I think in that culture in Iran, it's like this thing about your wife can't be seen by any other man or something like that. It's not religious; it's cultural.
I understand. That's why they do it.
Yeah, and so like I said, a woman protester was killed in Iran maybe like 6 months ago, and to protest it, the women stop wearing their hijabs.
I agree.
Right.
I remember.
Which the men are getting mad at. The men, in fact, are the ones. It's so no other man can see your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so the feeling that the men had turned into action to now the reaction, which the men feel is wrong. Like that's a perfect example. They both have a feeling, and it's opposite feelings, and they're both right, but they're both wrong at the same time.
And that's why the only thing I disagree with is who are you to say I'm wrong for my feelings? I'm not going to say you're wrong for feeling the way you feel about whatever situation it is. So I'm not going to say that these women are wrong because in protest they decided to not wear their coverings and to protest, because they're bucking the system because they want to get a point across about something that's happened. I'm not going to say they're wrong for doing that.
The women,
I'm also not going to say the men who believe in this culture that they were grown up in are wrong for feeling the way they feel as well. I'm not going to say they're wrong for feeling that way.
Why not?
Because then, in my eyes, that's what they feel that's what they believe in. So I'm not going to tell them that their belief system is wrong. I'm not going to tell them.
Yeah, you can.
I can't tell them.
I know you can't, but I'm saying that my mindset.
Because there are things that I am doing that are cultural based, that I feel like I do because of culture wise, that someone can say, well, that shit's wrong. And honestly, if we start looking into everything that we do cultural wise, whatever that thing is that we do, if you, depending on your perspective of it, you can say it's wrong. And I feel like it's just me. Who am I to tell you that your culture that you believe in is wrong? I'm not the person to tell you that that's wrong. I might not rock with it. It might not be my thing, and that's cool. It doesn't have to be, but that doesn't automatically make it wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
To me,
it's not about but I'm saying they're okay. Are there rights and wrongs in the world that are universal?
Sure.
So if it's universal right and wrong that you're okay with, so how we handle that? I just said
sure. I just said sure.
I mean, so where's killing right? Where is it right to say you should kill a man? I mean, pretty much across the board, all cultures, killing is not the thing to do unless it's unless it's specific circumstances. But like domestic killings are always like, why are you killing, man? Y'all can argue, y'all can leave each other. Why y'all killing? So if you're okay with killing, that's how you feel. I'm supposed to be like, well, that's okay. That's how you feel. So then when you kill me,
I never said that though.
No, but I'm saying, but then when you kill me, I don't have no. That's how he feels, so he can kill. Or stealing, or messing with younger kids, or it's all types of things that are universally looked at a certain way. But if you feel it's okay, am I supposed to like? What is my real stance? If I'm like, oh no, you can do whatever you want to. Because what happened when you try to do it to me?
This sometimes is where we disagree. Because I feel like, when you take it to these extremes as of child molestation and murder, that's not what I'm speaking of.
Well, yeah, no, but I want to start there and move up to more, lighter things.
I feel I feel like if we're truly going to have the debate, we can have the debate, but let's also have a realistic debate. So when you bring up an example of child molestation and murder, that's not what I'm speaking of. I'm speaking of something like, I choose to live this type of lifestyle. Now, my culture might say I speak against said lifestyle, but it's not for me to say you're wrong for your feelings of wanting to live said lifestyle. If you are a male who wants to live a lifestyle as a woman, it is not up to my place to say, nah, you wrong for that. Like, nah, bro, that's okay. That's cool. But if that's your lifestyle, that's cool. Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you start talking about something as extreme as child pedophilia or murder, I feel like, nah, that's not, that's crazy, because that's not what I'm speaking of.
Let's dial back. So it's cool for you to want to be a woman just like a man, but it's not cool for you to because you had said that you feel like Ernie and Bert being gay was pushing sexualized things to kids, right?
I said I feel like it was pushing sexuality to kids. So, but I was against pushing sexuality to kids. Period.
Okay, so a question. So, Ernie and Bert are gay.
Sure, I guess so.
So for that, I'm just saying whatever. And so them being gay in itself is pushing sexuality.
Yeah, because I don't understand the need because in my understanding, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. In my understanding, Ernie and Bert are children's figures, correct?
They're puppets? I don't know what they are.
They're puppets, right?
Yeah.
They're children's figures. They're appealing to kids, right?
Yeah, it's for kids, yeah.
I don't understand why we have to say Ernie and Bert are gay or partners. I don't know why we have to say that. Why do we have to go out of our way to say Ernie and Bert partners or they're gay.
So you think? So you do think that's wrong?
I don't understand it.
So you're saying you don't understand it, or you think it's wrong?
I don't understand why you have to go out of the way to do that. I don't think the concept of homosexuality is wrong. However,
you saying you think the concept of having them on kids shows is wrong?
I do not agree with saying Ernie and Bert are gay just to say they're gay.
I'm asking you, do you agree with Ernie and Bert being on a kids show?
So for the fourth time, I think I clearly made the statement that I don't. If I'm telling you, I don't understand.
So you think it's wrong?
I don't understand why we have to make it a point.
No, do you think it's wrong?
For the fifth time, I've said that. I've said yes.
Okay,
I've said yes.
Okay.
Let me say it one more time. For the sixth time, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now, is it wrong for that person to be gay, just walking on the street?
Again, no, it's not wrong for anybody to be gay.
So it's wrong. It's not wrong for the person to be gay in the world.
No.
But it's wrong for the person to be gay on the TV, on a children's show.
It's not what I said.
I'm asking. Okay, explain to me what's the difference.
So I'll explain it to you again. When Sesame Street first came out, you just had Ernie and Bert. For years, you just had Ernie and Bert, correct?
Yeah.
And then within the last couple of years, it's been stated that Ernie and Bert are now gay. Am I correct?
Well, it said that
whoa.
No, you're not correct. They said that Ernie and Bert were always gay.
That is not what I said. Homie, that ain't what I said.
No.
So when did they say Ernie and Bert were gay? This is my question. When did they say that?
When they came out in the last couple of years.
Last couple of years they came out and said Ernie and Bert are gay, right?
Yeah, they didn't say Ernie and Bert turned gay. They said they've been gay.
Cool.
The whole time.
They came out a couple of years ago and said Ernie and Bert been gay for forever.
Yeah.
Okay. Before that, did it really matter? Did it really do anything to impact the show, to make the show better or worse? Did it matter? Did it matter that Ernie and Bert were gay for all of these years before it was announced? And I'm just asking.
Particularly, I would say it didn't matter, no.
So if it didn't matter that they were gay, and we're appealing to kids, not adults, why do we need to come out and say that they're gay? I'm just asking, why do we need to come out and say that why do we have to come out and say that they've been gay? Why do we have to say they've been? Why do they have to say they've been gay this entire time when their sexual orientation has nothing to do with what they've been doing for 20 plus years?
My question is answering your question to me.
Can I do you? Can I do you how you just did me? Can I keep asking you the same question until you give me the answer I want?
Yes.
Because you just did that to me.
Yeah, I said yes.
Okay.
Are there gay kids?
So did it change anything? Does it matter?
Yes.
So because at first you said no, so now you're saying yes. So you changed your answer?
Matter. You said
did it change anything? Did it change anything?
No, you said hold up. You said did it matter then? Did it matter then? I said no.
Okay.
So and you asked, and now I'm saying does it matter now? Yes, because then you know what? You're right. I'll say it mattered then too, because then if there were kids, let's say there's a kid that was in 1981, there was a young man who was having feelings of being gay, thought he was gay, and he thought that being gay was wrong, right? And let's say they had Ernie and Bert back then, and they came out there as they were a gay couple. He could then look and see, oh, those puppets don't have any enemies. They're friendly. There's nothing sexual about them. They're just gay, just like I'm gay. The sex part of the sexual part of gayness is there's nothing sexual about Ernie and Bert. It's just saying they're gay. I feel like saying you're gay is like saying the same way that they want to have more black people on there and have Latinos on there to see that, oh, there are Latinos in the world. Oh, there are black people in the world. Oh, they're Asian people of different. So if I look and I don't see nobody like me on this whole situation, as a young person, as a young undeveloped mind, I might think there's something wrong with me, because they don't talk about me or nothing like me. So
you're saying the lack of representation of a sexual preference is what making them come out as being gay is doing. It's adding more.
Well, I think
It's giving more. It's giving more attention to people who have a different sexual preference.
But I feel like when you say sexual preference, it's kind of loaded when you say like that.
Well, let me ask you.
Let me finish.
Let me ask you a real question. I get it. It's loaded. Let me ask you a real question because I might have the wrong understanding. All right.
Yeah.
Being gay, what is that? Isn't being gay simply my sexual preference is same sex?
Being gay is just the opposite of being heterosexual.
Again, and it's because I prefer the same sex, right?
I'm attracted to the same sex.
I'm attracted to the same sex, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean that I like having sex with other same sex.
I didn't bring up having sex. I just said that I'm sexually attracted to the same sex.
It doesn't mean I'm sexually attracted. So
cool. I'm attracted to the same sex.
I'm attracted to the same sex. All that means.
I want to know what a fourth grader is like. I don't know. I'm not trying. And I don't want my fourth grader to be thinking about who they're attracted to like that.
You don't think fourth graders are attracted to people?
I'm pretty sure they are, but I don't want to push that. I don't want.
You didn't have attraction. Hold up. Tell me. You didn't have attraction when you were in the fourth grade?
I don't know if I had a girlfriend in the fourth grade.
I didn't say I like that. Girls. You didn't have an attraction. Yeah, you like girls in the fourth grade.
Yeah,
so,
I like girls.
So I'm saying, so how you telling me that fourth grader can't like boys in the fourth grade?
I didn't say a fourth grader.
That fourth grade boy.
Listen, you got to listen.
So how you telling me?
Time out. See, This is what we got to do. We got to listen to what I'm saying. I didn't say that you couldn't be attracted. What I said was I don't want to push these attractions on my fourth grader.
That's what I said. On them. How are you pushing it? Right. If I'm already attracted, bro, if I'm in the fourth grade and I'm attracted to girls, right? How did I get pushed to that?
I didn't say you're not.
I'm asking you a question.
Well, actually, you could.
You know what? I'm a fourth grade boy. I like girls.
Actually,
I can push to that.
You could have.
Okay, but you might not have. Right?
You could have had influence in the home that pushed you to certain attractions, to certain, whether if it's male or female. 100% you could have.
Okay, so but I could not have too, right?
What does that mean?
That means that the same way that one person comes out and to get to a certain age when they start liking boys and they're a boy, I like boys. Some boys grow up liking girls and they get to the age where they can really know what's going on and they like girls. It like if the assumption that there's only one way to be gay is like saying it's only one way to be hetero.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
It's okay if I say you're a hetero man, right?
Yeah,
a heterosexual man.
Okay.
Does that mean you only have sex vaginally?
It means I'm attracted to females.
That's all it means, right? That's all it means. Is there anything sexual about it?
Well, I mean, you're asking me. I might be a little bit of perv, but for me, attraction is sexual as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying for you.
That's just for me. I'm only answering for me.
Yeah, and I'm saying for the spectrum of the world, I don't know everybody, but I'm saying there's a large spectrum. So saying that if I am a male and I'm attracted to males, that can mean anything from I want to be a cook to I want to have man orgies.
You know what a cook is.
There's not. Yeah, I want to sit. I like males. I just want to sit in a room and watch. I don't want to fuck no man, no. I don't want to sit there and watch men fuck. That could be his attraction to me. That could be his whole thing. It's gay people who don't have on both sides that don't have gay sex, and they're gay.
Cool, but my thing is, but the funny thing is, everything that we're talking about in reference to heterosexual or homosexual, we're referencing sex, and all I'm saying is
because you keep bringing up sex. I'm asking you.
All I said was, I don't want that pushed on my fourth grader. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm saying,
I want to have the show with just entertaining puppets. I don't need my puppets to have a label on them. And if I did, in my mind, for inclusion purposes, if you really want to do that, I could understand if the puppet was like trans. I would understand that because now, why is that funny though?
Because it seems like finish.
No, it's okay. I'm humorous to you, so go ahead and make your point.
No, because it seems like you're okay with the trans doll, but not the gay doll.
I was only saying I understand the trans doll because then you could say, well, there are some kids nowadays, it's happening more than it was, that want to identify as the opposite sex. Therefore, if I have a representation of a trans person, then it would make more sense to me, because now I have a representation of someone who wants to be the opposite sex, because I can agree with the conversation that I feel like I was born to be a different gender isn't attached to sex. I was born again with the feelings and emotions.
How is it not?
Like, because it's not attached to a sexual attraction. I feel like if someone says, and I've heard this before. But you keep
making a sexual attraction, bro.
Damn, bro. I made nothing a sexual attraction. Matter of fact, I was in the middle of my sentence of explaining to you what I was saying, and you keep cutting me off, bro. You keep cutting me off. What was I just saying? Tell me what I was just saying right now.
You were saying
what was I saying?
You were saying that there's a sexual attraction, that sexual attraction keeps coming up. And I'm like, no.
Tell me when I was talking, when you laughed about the trans doll, tell me what sexual attraction was I talking about in my conversation? I just was telling you about how I feel like I could rock with that.
You were saying that the trans is, first off, what you were saying was untrue, but you were saying trans.
What did I say?
I'm gonna tell you. You said that because nowadays there are more trans kids that feel like they should be dressing or whatever, and that's not true.
That ain't what I said. But that ain't what I said.
You said you said nowadays. You said nowadays.
So I said no. This is what I said. I said it seems like nowadays you have more kids coming out that feel like that they should be the opposite sex. So when you talk about a transgender person who wants to identify as something else, they're identifying as something else because they feel like they should have been born that opposite sex. It's not a sexuality thing. You have a young person who was a boy, who was born a boy, who says, you know what? I feel like I'm in the wrong body. I feel like I should have been born a female. So that's just how they feel. I don't know why they feel that way.
But you don't think, so you feel like that's how they feel and there's no sexual attraction involved in that, or no attraction involved in that.
I 100% can believe that you can be a young person with no sexual experience at all, and you truly feel like you were born in the wrong body, and you want to be a woman or you want to be a male, and it can have nothing to do with any kind of sexual history, sexual experiences, encounters, anything. It can truly be you feel like you were born in the wrong body. I've had countless conversations with young people about this because of some of the young people that are in my life. And this is the same thing that has kept coming up. So it's not a sexual thing.
But I'm asking you a question. So you feel like because I'm gay, I can't just feel like I'm not attracted to girls. I don't have feelings for girls. I have feelings for boys. That's called being gay. That don't mean I want to fuck boys.
That's not what I said.
I know. I'm asking you. I'm asking you that.
No, I'm gonna answer your question with my statement like you do. I didn't say that. So I'm not going to allow you to put those words in my mouth, nor am I going to allow you to try to ask me to answer a question the way you want me to answer it. I'm telling you.
I'm just asking you. Okay, go ahead, sir. Sorry.
What you got next?
I said, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'm cool. What you got next?
I ain't got nothing else, bro. That's what I'm saying, man.
I don't want to argue about it, and we're not going to get any further. And it's cool. I want to keep talking, but at this point, I feel like, bro, we've both said our sides to that topic. We can roll on to a new topic. I don't want to argue about it.
I guess.
Like I'm clearly trying to get one point across, and you're clearly trying to get your point across. And at some point, putting no blame on anyone, we're bumping heads and we're not getting clear thoughts across. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with us having a difference of opinion. Like we're at a crossroad. What is it then?
Because it's because if it was just a difference of opinion, if that's all it was, then we wouldn't. I'm not asking you questions to try to be different. I'm asking the question to understand what you're saying. And then when I ask you to explain what you're saying, you're getting frustrated with me.
I'm frustrated because I've answered said questions already.
Because you keep saying the same thing over and over again.
And what is the same thing I keep saying over and over again?
You keep saying that it's a sexual attraction. I keep saying you're the only person
for the fourth time. I didn't say that, but I don't know how many times I got to tell you. I've never said that. I simply said I don't want that agenda pushed on my fourth grader. I didn't say the fourth grader who wants to like boys has a sexual attraction connotation spin on it. I did say that to me, I thought being gay was a sexual preference, meaning I'm attracted to men as a man, as a woman. I'm attracted to a woman as a woman. I'm going by my experience with attraction. For me, an attraction to a female has been a physical attraction of, I think you're beautiful. I love your shape. I love your breasts, your ass, all of that. And it's sexual for me. It's been sexual for me since I've understood what I like, which is a woman or a girl when I was a kid. So because of that understanding, in my mind, if I am a male attracted to a male, yes, it is somewhat sexual. I've answered that statement. I've made that statement plenty of times, and I've answered that question. I've said that.
Sir, good sir. And I totally agree with, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm not trying to get you to change your position on what you're saying because I can't change your experience. So maybe that's the part of it. I'm asking you, like, can you see the other space where there are people that, like I said, the spectrum of being heterosexual, the spectrum of being gay. Like, I understand what you're saying. I agree with your stance because you're saying that's the way that you relate to it, and you're using that metric for your outlook, which is cool. I'm not saying anything wrong with that. I am asking you though. I'm like, hey, is there a spectrum of people who, without Ernie and Bert, would be feeling like as if they're outcasts because they have these feelings, but they can't see nobody nowhere? The same way a black person would watch a television show and see all these different characters and not say black. I'm like, damn, black people can't be. It's like a Hispanic person or Latino person would see something and say, hey, just like whatever subgenre of people, whether it be emotional, height, ginger, hair, whatever, would say want to have representation. How come their representation, not there? Well, do you see a space where they could have that space?
Yeah, and so that's when I said I don't fully agree with that, but that's when I said, yeah, I could understand if it was trans. And then you laughed, and then I tried to explain why I said that, because to me, that's a different type of representation, because I've experienced young people, and that's why I said there seems like there's more a trend of young people who feel like they were born in the wrong body. And from my understanding with having these conversations with these young people, it's not a sexual thing. It's about, I'm a male, but I felt like I should have been born a female, or vice versa. And if they had that example, maybe in a puppet on Sesame Street as a puppet that is gender fluid, I 100% could get behind that and understand that. That's what I said. And telling you that, it seemed like instead of you listening and hearing that, you just went to, I'm making everything sexual. No, that's where my frustration came from.
I know. When I meant by sexual, and maybe that's what I'm saying. That's why I say it wasn't that I didn't understand what you're saying, and it wasn't that I was trying to change what you were thinking. I was just trying to go deeper to see, I guess you said it. I guess you said it. I didn't think you said it like that, but I guess you did.
I said it like that.
No. Let me finish. I didn't think you were gonna try to put your flag, draw the line right there. I understood what you were saying. I know where you're going, but I was like, just saying like, hey, you don't think it's a space, but I guess you don't, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, because we can all have. It's unique about feelings, bro. Because we can all feel things, and you're not wrong, and I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you're not.
But then there's somebody And there's people who would say, man, I'm dead wrong. And there's people, more than one, more than 1,000, that'll say, you know, either way, we could go either way. And so now, well, how do you decide what people, who's right and who's wrong, or how are we gonna live our lives?
Yeah, and
right?
that's why I said take it back to the beginning. No matter how I feel about it, or you feel about it, or 10 other people feel, none of us can say I'm right, you wrong, because
But we do. But we do have that baseline.
But I don't.
No. But what I'm saying, we have the baseline as societies. Different societies have different. Not the personal, but the level of morality. Like, we're not going to take these things right here are borderline. These right things, and these things are no's. These things are yes. And so I think that's the conversation that they have with Supreme Courts and with that's all. It's just morality based questions like, should you be able to have abortions? Can Black people be able to vote? Like things like those were morality based questions, and the different countries have different levels. So it's like, now women can't vote, man. Now they can't vote. No, man, because they women, bro. They less than us. That's how they felt. That's how they feel places. That's how they felt here for a long time. Now, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just my question a lot of times, or today, was like, I know for some people it's religion, some people it's the law, some people it's a mix of the two, some people it's, their family history. What's the baseline of where now this is where we don't cross the line? This is where, like, anything over there and everything over here, you know what I'm saying?
It's a mixture of your culture, where you're from, where you grew up, the qualities that you were taught. Like, me and you can have a similar moral compass simply because we're from similar experiences. We're both grew up in America. We both grew up in Houston. So yeah, some things that are morally, we both have dabbled in similar religions.
Oh, I was gonna say, I ain't seen no drugs like you, bro. I ain't no thug like you, man.
So we could have different, we have similar moral compasses, but in the same aspect, we also have, I think, a different moral standards. I don't think it's drastically different, though. I think if we sat down and had a real conversation, probably 90% of morality we would agree with. Actually, I would say 98% of everything morally we will agree with.
I mean,
to be honest with you, I think if me and you sat down, I'm pretty confident that we would agree 100% with our moral compass. The thing that would be different could be our interpretation of some things on that spectrum of morality, but we probably have the same moral compass.
I don't know. I mean, in some way, I think the older you get, and it manifests itself differently, and people respect it differently, right? Because a lot of people say, I can't wait till I get to a certain age so I can talk shit to everybody. Or I can't wait to, but really that don't come with getting old. That come really with really understanding what's really going on. Like, you've seen some things, and you've seen fads and ways of thinking dissipate, like totally dissipate. And you've seen people feel a certain way about something for 20 years and die, and that's that same thing be right there. Like some of our parents have seen, like our parents, bro, like they've seen this cycle before. It's all a cycle. It's all a cycle. They've seen it before, man. So they know it's another world war coming. They know it's one coming in some kind of way. It might be going on right now, or the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cycle how these things go. So you get older, man, and your perspective changes. And if it doesn't, there's something wrong to me. If you feel the same way about something when you were 7 and you 17, 27, 37, like, you ain't learned nothing. You seen this same thing and you ain't seen it no other way. You just seen it the same way from 7. I don't know. But yeah, like this guy was telling me today, talking about Jesus coming back. I was like, that's strange, man. But at this point, man, it doesn't matter. And he thought I was being fly to him. I was like, nah, I mean, like, at this point, man, if you're not living if you're not living in a way that Jesus is pleased with, or that, or however whatever religion if you're not living that way, you think that him coming back is going to change the way you think that you can get rid of all your true self just because he came back, or just because he's coming back soon. You got a lifetime of fucking up. You got a whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, I feel like people, at the end of the day, no matter, Jesus can walk through the door right now at my house, man. And if I ain't right, I ain't right. I'm not gonna chance he walk through the door.
I mean, I think that some of the basis of Christianity is, as long as I repent for said sins, I'm good. And I think people look at that as a way to live how they want to live, and then pull the I'm gonna repent for my sins. When while that is taught, I think the religion itself, I think it's a little deeper than that. I think you do have to live a life that reflects your faith or your love of God. I mean, we're all sinners, so no matter how hard we try, I'm not going to live a perfect life. I'm going to fall short daily. But I think that if you are striving to live a certain life, that is the main goal. Now, as far as the God is coming back, you know, I had this conversation with my mom's this weekend.
Yeah.
Not an Easter conversation. Just, you know, we had family dinner Sunday. She was at the house, and it came up. A lot of it came up because of the political landscape that we're in right now. And, you know, she was like, yeah, we in the last days. And I made some statements to her that kind of made her mad. First thing was, I said, you've been saying that since I've been in middle school, which my mama has been saying that since I've been in middle school. And so I was like, are you saying your lifetime is the last days? Because when that book was
your lifetime.
And I said, you know, when that book was written, the authors of that book felt like they were living in those days. If you go back and read Revelations, you can apply everything that is being said in Revelations probably to every generation of people dating back to when that book was written. I get and I'm not saying that you should abandon your faith. And I told her that I'm not saying that your faith is wrong. You should abandon it. I think it's more of a guideline than just taking it word for word. I think it's a guideline of getting you to live a lifestyle that is pleasing to God, how you should live. Because it could be interpreted as, you know, these could be your last days. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of you live your life and now you're in your last day. And I ain't saying that about my tea lady. Just this can apply to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How I look at it is prepare and live a life like you are in the last days, because I might not have an opportunity to repent for whatever sins tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because I might not make it to tomorrow. And that's just how I look at it. But yeah, a lot of people right now with the climate, the political climate, they're saying this stuff, and I don't know, man. Like I don't get too high about it, too high or too low about it, because I kind of look at it like, you know, I can't control. Like, yo, we can't control this shit. Like, it's nothing that me or you can do right now. If Putin or whoever press the nuke button, all we can do is try to survive if it happens. Like, there ain't nothing we can do. I mean, we can go vote. We can hit the voting polls up, and we can vote. We did that last election. We thought we voted the lesser evil out, and you know, we got a guy in office now who I don't know if he coming. I don't know if he knows if he's coming or going, and that's not saying that he was politically wrong. I just don't know if he has the mental capacity or faculties to do his job, bro.
I think he does.
Man, I don't know, bro. I'm not saying he's not intelligent. I'm just Bruh, have you seen homie sometimes, bro?
I look at Joe Biden, like I look at everything. I'm like, man, it's things he forgot. It's things that he's forgotten that have level, one clearance. It's things that he's forgotten 10 years ago, 20 years ago that could change. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know, I know certain positions, like no matter what you do, you're gonna be scrutinized. Like no matter, they're gonna find a way to scrutinize you. So if that's a scrutiny, I get it. So I'm not a fan. I'm not detracted either. I just think, like once again, like that's our baseline, man.
But like you said, we've seen this movie play out before with one person named Ronald Reagan. I'm not saying Reagan messed up the country, but what I am saying is we saw the signs of an aging president, an older guy who was dealing with early stages of dementia while in office. And
several times.
Some of the same things that we saw. But I mean, the most, I mean, I don't think we saw it with Trump. Barack was young, Clinton was young, Junior was young, Senior was still short.
Senior was old, but he was old.
He was still sharp though. Senior was like Trump. Both those guys were up in age, but they still sharp. But we saw Reagan kind of struggling that second term towards the end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta go back. You gotta go back. You got presidents that had polio in office, man. So come on, man.
Polio was different from dementia, though, bro. Like I might have polio.
It causes dementia,
but I ain't forgetting yet, though. Man,
I mean, you have to know.
Biden be forgetting where he be going, though, bro. I'm just saying.
I don't watch him that closely. I don't know, but I believe it though. I'm gonna say what's interesting about like, because ironically, I play devil's advocate sometimes, ironically. And I'd be like,
sometimes?
And I'd be like, yeah, sometimes. I'd be like, man, bro, Jesus ain't came back in 2023 years, man.
Who you talking to though? Are you telling this to like blue-blooded Christians?
I'm telling the people.
Are you telling it to blue-blooded Christians?
I tell it to whoever, man.
Are you telling it to people while they're trying? Are you telling it to people while they're talking to you about their faith?
They come out with their faith, and I'm like, man, like somebody else said something about Lil Uzi Vert getting his tongue tattooed. He got an upside down cross on his tongue. And I was like, man, I mean, it is what it is. But if you really about salvation and you really about trying to, spread the word or whatever, like, why are you even in tune with some little Uzi stuff? Like, there's way, 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 way more pressing and important things going on than to try to make a point that Lil Uzi getting his tongue, like the Saints need to pray for Lil Uzi, man. The Saints got way more important things. It's like way bigger and more important, more influential, more particularly meaningful things going on besides Lil Uzi Vert getting a tattoo on his tongue as far as the salvation of souls in the United States of America.
This gonna sound like an elitist comment that I'm about to say. And it has nothing to do with you at all.
Go ahead.
I feel like when I lead with that, I'm talking about you, but I'm not. I try not to even engage in conversation with people of that mindset because, and I don't know who you was talking to, and I could be totally off base here, but I feel like the person who was in tune with Lil Uzi Vert enough to say the Saints need to pray for him might be the same person doing anything on OnlyFans for money. I mean, I could be. I'm just saying, it's like it's weird because I feel like, bro, I don't. It's
what it is
a lot of that shit I don't be in tune with because that shit don't appeal to me. So I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like I didn't know Lil Uzi Vert had an upside down cross tattooed on his tongue until you said something to me. And even with that being said, and I'm I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I don't know. I'm somewhere in between Christian and Muslim. I don't know what I am right now. But what I'm saying is, I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. All of that stuff. I understand that there's power in symbolizations, and I understand that some of these people are using symbols for whatever gain. I'm not oblivious to that. With that being said, bro, I'm not in tune with none of that. So, yeah, I'm not finna tell you the Saints need to pray for Lil Uzi, man. I'm gonna tell you that, hey, man, tell the Saints to pray for me.
I mean, I that way too, but I'm always like, to me, I feel like in order to be of the world, you have to be of the world, right? So I can't be in the world and be oblivious to things that's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Not only just in my
I'm not
immediate world.
oblivious to it. I just
No.
care
I don't mean
about
like
it.
that.
Yeah, I know you. I'm just saying. I get what you're saying. You like you kind of you got to be a part of certain. You got to know what's going on and know what's going on, so I can see it coming a mile away. So I won't get blindsided by it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah. So I mean, and as far as conversations, like to me, it's like maybe because like I was on the internet before it was cool to be on the internet, right? So I understand what it's for.
Okay, get your Joe Budden on. Joe Budden, Mr. I was on the internet before it was cool to be on the internet.
I was the one on Joe Budden TV when it first came on.
So you hang out with Joe Budden and Al Gore, huh?
Me and Al Gore and Joe Budden babies, man. I'm telling you, but I got AOL online store. But anyway, so it's like it's for communication, bro, and like the drug of attention, man. The drug of so everybody wants to have attention some kind of way. If they let me say it wrong. People who post, there's a percentage that want attention, right? There are people like yourself who ain't gonna post much because you don't want attention, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? But there's people who post a lot and they not posting. Some people post for attention, like I got a new shirt, I got a new hat, kicks of the day, so and so. Some people post to talk to their people. You know what I'm saying? I got a new shirt. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they friends on there. That's what they do. That's what they're known for. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, I bought a new house, or my school's doing good, my child's doing good in school, my child just turned 13. You know what I'm saying? And then you have some people who understand this is a medium to talk to people, so you can reach. Like I be tripping out because like we'll be riding somewhere sometimes, and there'll be a random rapper come on. I'm like, yeah, me and him had a Facebook tiff one time, and we cool now. Or me and him, we had an argument over here. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you in my city and we have a social network, man, we can chop it up, positive or negative. We can chop it up and come to the point where, like, now, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Big Sarge, who he started off with his own little situation. Now he's on 790. He's on Channel 11. He's with me and Big Sarge. I always go back about. We still to this day we'll go back about sports. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tia Brown. Like it's a networking, it's a social network. And so when somebody posts something, the attention, it feels good to get that heart. But that conversation, that's that conversation, bro, that's what makes it social. And then when people usually use it and be like, oh yeah, fuck your team, or whatever they say. But now if you get to where you having a conversation, it's like y'all know each other, man. It's like y'all know each other, man. And now I get to the point where like we can hook, like man, it's been so many things we've done. Like half our guests, bro, it's been a conversation. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know, you don't know me. What you got going on? Oh, man, LinkedIn, Bumble Biz.
What is Bumble Biz? What is that? I've heard you say this before.
Bumble, it's a website. And it has a business section. It's like basically like a LinkedIn, and it's just people who and all different types of businesses, or entrepreneurs, or looking for a job.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Bumble a dating app originally?
It's all three.
Oh, so they have a business portion of it. So
yeah.
Bumble,
it's one that, and it's number business. They have one that's nothing but friends, and they have one that's number dating.
How many social networks are you on, bro? It's too many. I can't keep up.
I don't know, about 12.
Jesus, 12. How do you manage 12? Because you are a poster. Like you are a avid social
I'm
media
not an avid
poster,
man.
Well, to me you are. Because when I say that, I know you post your own page. You post on the 16 Shots podcast page. You post on the 16 Shots Instagram page.
Yeah.
And then you also have
see here it comes.
Like, no, because how I was gonna say it was gonna sound like I was gonna say, how do you find the time to post on this other shit? But I didn't want to say it like that. So that's what I'm saying. You also have your own just personal social network dealings. It seems like how do you juggle that though? Because for me,
bro, it's an app called Hive, man.
Hive. What is Hive?
It's a multi. Is it called Hive? I think it's called Hive. It's a multi. My phone did. It's a multi poster. So when you post one, it posts all.
Oh, so you kind of cheat.
You're
not giving them all attention at once.
Well, how could I, man? I got life to live. Bro. That's what I'm saying. Let's say
so. Will this Hive thing, when you open it, does it give you a snapshot of? Let's say you said 12, so I'm rope that. Will it give you a snapshot of activity on all 12, like on a homepage?
No. It's like, well, I haven't gotten to that much. I just know that if I want to, like, say I want to post something for three businesses, boom, I go there. It has the 3 because it don't have all the. It's had like the Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Like the main ones.
Yeah. They got. I mean, you probably can do other ones, but I ain't got to. But you just boom and it go to all 3 of them.
See, man, I get I be on TikTok, and then I get lost on TikTok. But my TikTok is like Country Wayne has this episode that I get caught up in watching. So I watch Country Wayne episode. He dropped probably like 6 new little skits a day, and then from that. I get caught up in cause because, my Instagram, my TikTok algorithm is Country Wayne, some comics, Math Hoffa for whatever reason, because I think I be listening to the clips. Joe Budden, of course. What's this podcaster, bro? He got dreads and he kind of real hood. He always telling us how street he is and how much he don't talk, but yet still he got a podcast.
Yeah, he got dreads.
He got dreads, bro, and he got a little country accent. He used to be a rapper, and he either was a rapper or he was supposed to be a street nigga.
What about Bosco?
No, not Bosco, not that, not Bosco.
I don't know.
Yeah, so it be little shit like that, like rap beefs.
You know why? You know why you rhythm like that?
Because that's what I watch though. Like I stay on it, and then thoughts.
But also
thoughts.
Also, it's your friends, bro. Like that's how it works. Like one of the things.
I don't have a lot of TikTok friends.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. One of the way it works is like you get suggestions from your friends. Like TikTok suggests things to you through your likes and through your friends. So if you don't have a bunch of friends and your friends are pretty much on the same note you on, y'all get the same stuff.
So you mean to tell me that they getting the thirst trappers too?
It depends. It depends.
A lot of thick thirst trappers.
It depends on if they like
my algorithm is full.
Watch this.
Tall, light skinned, thick females.
If you just do this one day, just go look at something you never look at. Just look at puppies for the day.
I love puppies.
And then, well, look at something and notice how. Well, you have to ask your friends will get. Because it literally says, because you can go back and look and it'll connect it to your friends. Your friend. That's why the more diverse friend list you have, the more diverse your shit be on your watch collar.
No, man, I'm not a social butterfly. I don't want to be friends with these niggas on TikTok. I just want to watch thoughts, guns, cars, rap beef, and Country Wayne skits.
Man, I'd be everywhere. I done told several, man, I wish I had some titties, bro, because I'd be TikTok rich.
I mean, you can get some.
No, but see, I don't want no titties.
Huh?
I don't want no titties.
I'm just saying, you could get some. I wouldn't change how I treat you. I still would look at you the same way.
Oh, no, I don't want titties.
We can still do the pod. We might have to change the name of it, like, if we wanted to call it Two Dope Boys in Cadillac, we might have to change the name, like to
I don't want titties, man.
Oh, I'm just saying, I would fully support that. You know, we could
If I want titties, I get to it, but I want. But I'm saying
we could vlog it all and everything, you know, and then
right.
we can make a show about your transformation from James Boogie to Jamisha Boogie. I don't know.
Speaking of shows, man, 420 show coming up, man. Astro Vito, man. A show coming up on 420.
Are you gonna be there? Friday?
Are you gonna be there?
I will be there. The wife will be in Mexico. I gotta go do something. I just can't sit up in his house.
She'll be at home waiting for a wife to get home, you know, making sure the bed's fluffy.
No, she's leaving to go to Mexico. She's not working.
Uh-oh.
She's going for social activity. So while she is out there shaking her ass in Mexico, I'm finna go, you know, do my thing in H-Town, all over H-Town. So next weekend, Dub is finna be out in these streets, all over H-Town, with my heat on me. So don't run up on me.
I would say, is it a family trip or is it just?
Nah,
I mean, not family,
man.
But, no,
if she go to go shake her ass, it definitely had a family trip. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
she might go out there.
She got sisters. I thought
Nah, she might go out there and get her like a little Sancho. Ain't that what they call them? The little Mexican side piece. Get her a little Sancho out there. You know.
I guess I've already discussed the distribution of funds when you get.
Man, look, she do what she do. You know, she come home with some extra bill money. That's her business. I don't ask her business, man.
I'm trying to look for this. Oh yeah, there you go. I was yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. Man, people crazy, man. People crazy.
So where's the show at, man? Give our listeners the lowdown on the show.
The lowdown. What the show? What you have to do is go to the 16 Shots podcast Facebook group and or the IG, and the details are posted on there. Due to contractual issues, I can't say the name of the place, of the venue right now, because we're working on something. And so I want to, you know, we have to talk, me and but yeah, you go to the show, to the site. That's what I'm gonna start doing all the time, man. When somebody asks me a question, I want to answer. Well, I can't say due to contractual issues, but if you go to the website, you know.
You know what I say when I don't want to, and I'm so bad at this. You know what I say?
What?
I don't know. That's like my favorite line. I don't know. And I be knowing 100%, bro. I be knowing 100%. Whatever you just asked me, I be knowing the correct answer. Well, I be knowing my answer 100%. And I don't know. The problem is,
I know you know your answer, man. Everybody knows your answer, bro.
The problem is, now that I've told you that, if I really don't know, you're gonna think I'm just bullshitting.
No, but it's beyond obvious sometimes that you have a complete and total answer that you just don't want to say because.
Who, me?
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, and this is not a you thing. As I've gotten older, I've realized that if I see, in my opinion, I don't want to make it any bigger than what it is, or I just don't want to talk to people on this day. I do this at work a lot. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want to talk to niggas. And they ask me something, I'll be nice and cordial. I'll shoot the shit for a couple minutes, and then I don't know. Yeah, go ahead. Bob might know. And I know 100% what you're asking me, but I don't want to talk to you anymore. That's why I'll push you off with somebody else. I definitely do that.
You're kind of like, you're just not, you're just not. I would say you're antisocial. I wouldn't go that far.
100% antisocial. I've been looking for this antisocial social club shirt for the longest. I see it on people, and in my mind, I'm like, I need that, and then I forget about it because I'm antisocial and I don't go nowhere. But yeah, I do not like people, bro. I like the people I like, and I want to be around the people I want to be around, and I don't want to be around no new people. I don't. Like it hurts. It hurts to have to when I'm in work settings, I do it and I feel like I'm great at it, but it really hurts to network. I don't like doing it. I get anxiety, bro.
We can end the part on this question right here.
Ask it. All right.
Okay. I should have been a professor or something, man. I'm
you
funny
should not have.
And I'm smart. if you're the person who is not the elbow rubber social butterfly type guy, and I'm the guy who you keep repeating that you keep saying social butterfly, you got social networks and you're everywhere.
You are a friendly guy.
How come how come when I make statements about, well, the people, you're like, man, but you know, I'm like, well, I kind of be out. I'm
I
kind
don't
of
know
be
what you
out
just
around the
said though.
people,
See,
man.
I don't.
When I make statements about the people having opinions about things,
Your people have
sometimes you
opinions. Of course they do.
no, no, not talking about, I'm not talking about our show. I'm talking about when we're having a conversation about, general public or
Oh, why do I know people and talk to people?
no. But when I say like, well, I'm kind of like, a lot. I have a lot of interaction. I have a lot of interactions with peoples. So, my perspective usually is not saying that mine is better. I'm just saying that when it's about sociable things, I don't
Oh,
know.
because actually, I don't think that you're more social than me. So I probably should clarify my true feelings are. My true
Go
feelings
ahead.
are social activities give me anxiety.
Yeah.
But because of the nature of my jobs or the nature of my environment that I'm in, a lot of the time it forces me to be social. I have
Mm.
social anxiety. I don't like being social. I'm uncomfortable in social settings. I don't like talking to groups of people. But throughout the years of my life, from acting, from being a part of theater, from being a part of a rap group, from being a part of management to being a trainer, all these things have put me in front of large rooms of people where I have been forced to have to interact. So in theory,
Yeah.
yeah, I do a lot of interactions daily, but it's forced and it gives me anxiety. I'm good at it and it doesn't
Do you
bother me
think
as much, but I still battle with some forms of anxiety from time to time.
do you think that because there's a added issue or added attachment of anxiety that some of the opinions you form about certain situations or people might there might be a what's the word? There might be like a chemtrail of anxiety on that opinion because it came the interaction came. I didn't want to do it. I had to do it. This person was, I don't know, they were left-handed. I'm just saying anything. And
No, because
I
I truly love people, and it's weird because I truly love people. Even though I joke and say I don't like people, I actually love people. I love being around. I love meeting new people. I love learning about new people, new cultures, things like that. So I actually love interacting and meeting new people. I just think the initial process, I guess, is what gives me anxiety. So like the one thing that I learned working at the YMCA is icebreakers. So as I've developed in my professional career, I use icebreakers to take some of the edge of the anxiety away. And I not only use it in my professional life, but I also use it in my personal life. So I don't, I try not to go into a conversation or interaction with judgment. I try to give everyone a clean slate and I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, the opportunity to show me who they are. So I don't think that, to answer your question, I don't think that the anxiety piece skews any of the conversations or how I feel about people.
so what skews it? I'm not saying you have skewed views. I'm just asking, added this, what would skew your view of somebody? Is it their immediate actions? Is it their actions?
Nah, I think it's
That's
after I see who they are. If I'm like I said, if I see that you're, if I get a weird vibe after communicating a couple of times, I
yeah,
guess you could say then, how I view you might be skewed because I might always view you with apprehension or something like that.
you get a weird feeling.
Yeah, if I get a little tingly feeling in my stomach, I feel like, oh, you full of shit, what I'm talking about, then I might I might.
See what I did there?
No, you didn't do anything. I mean, I know you think you're smarter than the average bear.
No, I didn't say anything, bro.
But I'm not the average bear.
Who said anything about being smarter than you, bro?
No, I'm just saying, you asked me a direct question. I gave you a direct answer. So there shouldn't be a, do you see what I did there? Because you didn't do anything I didn't allow you to do.
Okay, man.
That's all I'm saying.
I got you, man. Man, it's been long. I gotta get up in the morning, man. It's been a great podcast. We had I feel like, I'll just say this, man. Sometimes, we all underperform at times. So I understand this. It's not a burden, but it's something new for some of these people, and or we're not a priority per se because they do have other priorities. So hopefully I can catch up with this person and get them back on ASAP.
Is this the same person to keep ghosting us?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And like I said, sometimes, people are apprehensive about getting on things because they have social anxiety too, and I'm persuasive sometimes. So we hit conversations and it sound good and they be like, oh man, I don't know what to say, man. Or I ain't never done before. I'm like, man, it's a conversation, man. Don't worry about that. Last minute they be like, I ain't ready. I need a couple of days or my bad, so no big deal. I'll talk to him. We'll get back together and make it work.
Okay. Well, hey, guess what?
What's up?
This has been another episode of The 16 Show.
Oh. What's the name of the show again?
Nah, so you cut me off. Because
I felt that
cut me off mid outro. We've talked about this.
But we could do the outro intro.
Do not interrupt my outro. I have the
first show
covered.
Ever.
No, it's not the first show ever.
We could be the first show ever. The outro and intro in the same.
We've done it a couple of times, actually.
It could have been bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
We've done it a couple of times.
Go ahead and do your thing, King.
I don't want to do it no more now, bro. You took the
right.
You stole my thing.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think we need to we're gonna go back and forth with the gunshots. We need to go back to the the originals.
I want to stop doing this shit. Like, I love the gunshots that you would do at the beginning of the podcast. I 100% encourage you to do it. There's no pause, bro. I 100%.
I love the gunshots.
I love the gunshots. I ain't say back shots, nigga. I said gunshots.
That's double pause, man. But you know what I'm saying?
Because
you ain't never shotgunned a chick before.
What?
You ain't never shotgunned a chick before?
Have I ever shot a gun?
Shotgunned a chick. Shotgun, been over like a shotgun.
Have I ever shotgunned a bitch? I don't even know what shotgunning a bitch is. That might be some new terminology. I might have done it. I just didn't know it was called shotgunning a bitch. I shotgunned the beer though.
When you open up a shotgun and open it up, it opens up. See the
I don't shoot them old ass shotguns, homie. I'm straight, pump action. You know what I'm talking about? Bottom level.
Pause, man. That's a pause. That's a hard
pump
pause,
action and pump action is a hard pause.
You said I'm all pump action, man. You said I'm all. I feel positive for saying it again. You said I'm all pump action.
Yeah, I can see where that I can see where that should be possible now that you said it like that, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, now that you said it like that, you probably should say pause after that one. You know what I'm talking about?
The FCC gonna be all over this one, man. We ain't getting nothing. This gonna be them. This is gonna be silent at the end on YouTube.
Nah, we ain't got no big money advertisers to be paused yet, and we ain't making big money. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it's amazing that they can do that. They can mute all the curse words, man. They got some computers or something else, man.
Yeah, that's that AI, bro. That Elon Musk is warning us not to keep fucking with it.
While he gets in trouble with the BBC.
He in trouble with big black cocks?
Nah, man. He was on the BBC the other day, and they was asking about Twitter, and he was saying it was losing money.
Man, fuck Twitter, man.
And he backed down, was like, because NPR is not posting on Twitter no more, because he said they were a government-funded organization.
That probably are.
No, but they just get 3% of their funds. So technically, they help. But you know what I'm saying? He's part of like the government. The government filters out what they want, and so they said
they probably do.
in order to not offend, not to take away the trust of Twitter, not to take away from Twitter, they just went silent. Because they could have, like, you know, took their account down, but they just went silent.
Hey, bro, you ever been to Truth Social before?
Who?
Truth Social.
I ain't been no social clubs, man. What they do over there?
No, it's an app, bro. It's like what's them boys, them Trumpers, like, and them QAnon people, and them what you call it if you are the Republican,
white,
you the far right, you the Republican, right?
White,
outside of white. But are you the far right or the far left? I don't know which one is
far right. Far right.
So you the far right. If you like Trump or a Republican.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, Truth Social is for the far righters. I was trying to troll people on Truth Social with 16 shots, but they weren't falling for it, bro. Like, you know, I would get a good episode there. I like what you're saying there. And I'm like, damn, did we say some racist shit? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? So, I mean, you know.
I'm really got to go, but the next show, I want to talk about how all Americans at the heart, like, are Republican. They just don't want to be Republican, but their actions be so Republican, bro. Like, they actions be super Republican.
I might be a little Republican right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Most people, even the poorest people, like Republican, bro. They'll say Republican stuff, but they just don't want to be called because they, man. But and that's the next show.
You know, I'm from Texas, bro. Gods, guns, and family in that order. This has been another episode of the 16 Shots podcast with racist ass Young James Boogie.
You know, some of my instruments to get the bitches, man.
And gun toting AR Dub.
Tell me how you took, and I'm gonna tell you what I meant.
Young James Boogie, you are crazy.
There you go.
And we out.